Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today we are taking a look at another new concept knife. But before we do that, I have some very big news to share with you guys regarding the upcoming week's list of videos I have in store for you, because this upcoming week, the week of November 4th, election week, it is going to be list week, and it's going to be some of my all-time most popular lists that you guys enjoy. And with each one of those list videos coming, I'm planning four. There's probably going to be four. There's going to be a giveaway related to that list in every video. So I cannot wait to get that going. It's been a while since I've done a giveaway. I have just been ridiculously stupid busy outside of the channel, just working on life things and career things. But anyway, I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. So stay tuned for that coming up this week. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and try to win some awesome free EDC knives and gear. Now let's take a look at this beauty right here. This is the KANSEPT Baba Yaga, which is a fantastic name and a pretty darn good knife. I do have one issue with it that we will talk about in this video, but first, let's take a look at some overall specs on this premium EDC right here. We have an overall length coming in at 7.48 inches, a blade length of 3.06 inches, and a blade thickness at a chunky 157 thousandths. That is one thick slab of CPM 20CV, so a very, very nice premium steel. We kind of have like a modified reverse Tanto, I guess you could call it. What the heck would you guys call this? It kind of has the Tanto little point there, but it's kind of got the reverse Tanto thing going on. Maybe a modified Warncliffe. I really don't know on this one. Let me know what you think it is in the comments. We have a very stupid thin and slicey hollow grind with a handle length coming in at 4.42 inches and a handle material of 80s camo carbon surrounded by titanium, which that is a beautiful thing. And this is a very nice inlay of 80s camo carbon. Got all the colors in there. I love it. We have a frame lock for the locking mechanism. User of a right hand only tip up carry. Weight of 4.99 ounces. Designed by Greg Schaub, which has done some designs before within the concept realm. And we have a price coming in at $197, ranging up to $336. This particular model version right here is $260, which, you know what, for a more exotic type of carbon fiber, nice fully contoured titanium, CPM 20 CV, it's hard to have an issue with that. I mean, that's a pretty solid offering for the materials and overall execution of this piece. Let's take a look at some size comparisons, see how it stacks up to some other EDCs that I'm sure you all know and hopefully love. This is the Kaiser Sheepdog. This is the regular size, kind of that mid-size, and it's actually a pretty good size comparison with the Baba Yaga. This has been one of the funnest knives for me to talk about in a video, just because the name, Baba Yaga, that's just fun. I really, really cool name. Okay, and there's the Drop Bear, as you can see, a little shorter. And let's bring a couple out here that I haven't featured much on the channel lately, but they're still phenomenal knives. The Vosteed Thunderbird, as well as this guy right here, who you may very well see at the Knife of the Year Awards from my channel. This is the Kershaw launched, Kershaw launched, I want to say it's the Launch 19. I think it's the Launch 19. So many launches, but this is by far the best launch and probably one of, if not the best knives Kershaw has ever made. I am in love with this thing. So there you go. There's your size comparisons. And now let's get to talking about the Baba Yaga and tell you just what I like and what I don't like about it, because there is something I don't like. But I do like this blade shape. It's unique, it's different, it's extremely slicey. Behind the edge reading on this guy, 13 thousandths behind the edge on this with a hollow grind. It's a beautiful, beautiful grind, a very slicey blade, and like I said, a really good looking blade that also ties into the ergonomics, which I really, really like. We have a slicey tip up here, kind of a wider tip too, which is nice. And as you see here, we have thumb studs. This is where my problem lies with this knife. Not a big problem, but it is a problem. For middle finger flicking, they're fine. It's A+ for middle finger flicking. When it comes to thumb flipping, the thumb stud is a little farther out. It feels like you have to reach more. It's still very doable, but what I just did there, you will most likely do if you were to buy this knife, is possible to flip it out with your thumb. It's not like it's a huge, like can't do, but it's just out there a little farther than most knives with thumb studs. That's really the only complaint or gripe I have with this design, and I thought it could have been fixed, but the problem is, you know, if you move the thumb stud on this side in, you could still middle finger flick it pretty easily, but the way it's set for middle finger flicking right here, it's literally perfect. Like, I have no issue. But then, of course, since the thumb stud is, you know, one piece going through a hole in the blade, you can't keep this here and move this in or up a little. So it kind of just is what it is. Not necessarily ideal, but that's the truth. And that's what this channel is here for. When it comes to the handle, though, and ergos of this guy, it's one of the better concepts out there. And I don't want to scare everyone off with that thumb stud comment because, you know, like I've said before, I'm a middle finger flicker. I would rather do that anyway, but it had to be said. But the ergos on this guy, so like I said, you have fully contoured titanium with camo carbon fiber inlay, and there's different inlay options. This was just the one I decided to go with because I like the colors. But yeah, all the details in the handle. It is a nice feel in hand, and the way the blade marries the handle, kind of have the ramp leading up the spine, and you do have a finger choil area here, and this right here is one very, very comfy knife in hand. The swell at the middle of the handle, the curvature in here, and the finger choil play very, very well with how your thumb sits on top, so I find it to be very comfortable. This is one where I'm kind of torn on whether or not I would want jimping on it, which I'm surprised to say because that's usually something I say. This does not have jimping, but I'm not totally missing it on this, only because it locks into your hand so well with the rest of the handle. I don't think jimping would have hurt, but it's not there, so take that for what it's worth. The clip, I love this clip. It is a contoured clip, titanium, milled, looks amazing. And yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful clip. Not gonna stick up too much in the pocket, but there will be a little bit showing about that much. So not the end of the world, but yep, you will see the tip of the knife. Detent and action on this guy for a frame lock is really good. And I want to emphasize this with Kansept in general, because Kansept and Kubi as well, I've noticed Kubi's very good at this, but they're making very, very nice dialed in detents with a frame lock. And in the past, I've had issues with frame locks, not necessarily just from Kansept, but from just about any manufacturer of a frame lock knife not having a lighter detent than I would want. But that's not the case with this. Very, very nice dialed in detent. Very, very enjoyable to flip the blade out. More enjoyable, much more enjoyable to middle finger flick it is really what I meant to say. But yeah, overall, very, very nice action. Nice, unique design. A++ ergonomics, and overall, I think a pretty solid value. I'm not saying it's the deal of the century, but yes, for what you're getting, I think it's a solid offering, a unique design, a very, very slicey blade, and it kind of has that extra little, you know, I don't know, that little goth flair to it with the design. I like the lines on this knife. They're different, and I think it works in very well with the Kansept lineup, adds a little more touch of uniqueness to what they're already offering. So on that note, that is a review, guys. Let me know what you think of the Baba Yaga. Tell me if you love the name as much as I do, because it's a cool name. But also, be ready. We got lists coming for the upcoming week. Some of the best lists, some new lists, and giveaways. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.